Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's explainer, where we're going to take a massive magnifying glass to a really fascinating piece of modern rhythmic text. Now, at first glance, you might think we're just looking at a simple, repetitive string of words from JJ's Detective Squad. I mean, the whole excerpt is literally just 35 words long. But what happens if we strip away all our preconceptions? What if we look at this text strictly through the lens of narrative structure and kinetic motion? Well, what we find is actually pretty wild. It's a profound, high-speed exploration of departure, presence, and ultimately resolution. We're going to transform these 35 words into an absolute masterclass on how language mimics movement. To really get to the heart of this piece, you've kind of got to feel it. Just listen to the build-up. Zoom, zoom, zoom away. And then, suddenly, the insect takes flight. The rhythm completely breaks open, and we are thrown right into the chaos. Zoom away, zoom, zoom, zoom away. The text uses this incredible dramatic pacing to plunge us directly into the fast-paced, totally unpredictable flight path of the insect. You aren't just reading about a fly here. The relentless, unpunctuated phrasing forces your brain to literally track the fly as it darts across the room. It's chaotic, it's urgent, and honestly, it's instantly captivating. So let's look at the source material in its entirety. Here is the incredibly brief transcript, exactly as it appears. Notice the minimalist structure here. There's zero punctuation, no capital letters whatsoever. It is just a single run-on stanza. Visually, this strikes us as a really high-impact piece of modern poetry. It's a relentless stream of consciousness that completely throws traditional grammar out the window to prioritize pure sensory experience. And because there are no periods or commas, there are absolutely no stop signs for the reader. This perfectly mirrors the continuous, erratic buzzing of the fly itself. You literally run out of breath reading it, which is exactly how you'd feel actually chasing the subject around. Moving right along to section 1. The subject, the fly. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the data. Let's focus squarely on this elusive target. Interestingly enough, the text doesn't describe the fly's appearance, its size, or its color at all. Instead, the identity of the fly is constructed entirely through its actions and its interactions with the environment. It exists only in a state of transit. When we break down those 35 words mathematically, a really striking pattern emerges. The word fly appears 9 times. The word zoom pops up 7 times. And the word away appears 6 times. Out of a total of 35 words, 22 of them, which is over 60% of the entire text, are dedicated to just these 3 concepts. This repetition definitely isn't an accident. It completely dominates the narrative, visually anchoring the fly's relentless presence while simultaneously highlighting its constant state of leaving. Basically, the data shows us a subject that is overwhelmingly defined by its escape. Let's jump into section 2, kinetic motion and speed. This brings us to the actual mechanics of that escape. You see, the text relies heavily on phonetic sounds to generate a feeling of velocity. It's not just about what the words mean, it's about how they physically sound when you speak them out loud. Notice exactly how the word zoom functions here. It is the peak action point of the narrative, characterized by an aggressive, rapid, and highly kinetic departure. The heavy reliance on that buzzing, vibrating Z sound is pure onomatopoeia. It forces the speaker's mouth to literally mimic the vibration of the fly's wings. When the text hits that cluster of 7 zooms, it acts as the chaotic climax of the entire piece. It is without a doubt the moment of maximum energy. Now, to truly appreciate the flow of these lyrics, we've got to look at the contrast in the verbs. We have fly by right up against zoom away. Now, flyby is super casual. It's observational. It kind of suggests proximity, just a gentle passing in your peripheral vision. But zoom away, that is entirely different. It represents urgent, high-speed action. It instantly creates distance. The narrative masterfully bounces back and forth between these 2 states. 1 second, the fly is near us, just merely flying by, and then suddenly, aggressively, it is zooming away. It's this brilliant push and pull dynamic that perfectly captures the frustrating stop and start reality of trying to track a housefly. And that leads us to our final part, section 3, a peaceful farewell. Because, well, every pursuit has to come to an end eventually. After all that relentless zooming and frantic repetition, the text executes this sudden, incredibly emotional shift. The frantic energy completely dissipates, and this brilliantly illustrates the resolution of our narrative. Just look at the elements of the farewell here. Bye-bye, enjoy your day, fly by fly. These are gentle, almost affectionate sign-offs. They drastically contrast with all those earlier, aggressive action verbs. There is literally no animosity here. The detective squad isn't angry at the fly for its chaotic intrusion at all. Instead,
There's just a serene acceptance of its departure. Telling the insect to enjoy your day elevates the fly from a mere nuisance to a respected traveler on its very own journey. The text just beautifully de-escalates the tension, bringing us right back down to a state of total calm.
Which leaves us with the ultimate lingering thought. We've tracked the kinetic motion, we've analyzed the repetition, and we've experienced the peaceful farewell. But as the source's very title directly asks, where did the fly go? The text offers absolutely no destination. It simply zooms away into the great unknown. It's an unsolved mystery that transforms a simple nursery rhyme into a profound, open-ended question about the fleeting nature of the things that briefly buzz into our lives and then just vanish forever. So the next time something flies by, maybe ask yourself, where exactly